Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Luffy Murdoch here, and here again to do Beastars Episode 3 review of Beastars, the best anime of the full season. So, yes, last week we got to Legios and the rabbit lady getting it on. So, yeah, let's continue from there. So we actually begin the episode with somebody saying that they cheated on their girlfriends, basically, with the Harbinger. I think this is supposed to be I don't know, I got a bit confused this bit. Like, is he talking about the rabbit? Because later on in the episode, the rabbit does get called an SDLUT. So, I don't, yeah, apparently she sleeps around a lot. And to be fair, like, if she I don't really. I'm gonna be honest. I don't personally mind if she sleeps around. Like any girl sleeps around. So just being real. If she wants to, or if she's a real if she's a real person, I wouldn't care what she does. So, but yeah, the general consensus though she would be though, according to majority of people, especially at school, was she's SULUT. So yeah, but personally I don't think so. But yeah. But when the guy was like boasting about it, like saying she's cute and stuff, I'm not really too sure. I do apologise if I got this wrong, by the way, but I think that's what is implied throughout the whole entire episode. But yeah, then they say like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like a lot of people have slept with her, sort of thing. And then we go back to Legos and the rabbit lady, and then they start talking about like what do you call it? Well, she's like seducing him and that sort of thing. Like it always just they're confused. But like I said last week, the reason why it actually works out very well, despite it's a bit awkward watching it because it's animals, but yeah, animal humanoids. But yeah, you know what I mean. But the reason why it works so well because you're not really focused on how you're not really looking at the rabbit like, oh my gosh, it's so hot and stuff, or like Lego is like it's hot because it's like animals and stuff. So you're just sitting there thinking, you get a proper genuine emotion from the scene. That's what's going on. It's like funny. Like Legolas is like really confused as to what's going on, and the rabbit lady is a bit of a freak. So yeah. So Legolas goes out because he's such a gentleman. He wouldn't do such a thing. But yeah, he like shakes her off, puts a gown on her, and then shuts the door but gives his tail call, which is absolutely hilarious. Like it's pure like I'm so happy this is done by the I have to say this again, the author by Bucky the Grappler. The daughter is her daughter, is this his daughter? Let's put this. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Storytelling does run down through the well, making manga at least goes through this does go through the family tree and it makes them interesting. Bit of a better storyteller than his father, because sort of like it's not really the point of Bucky like storytelling. It's just like the enjoyment of a good fight and sort of thing. But yeah, it's my third favorite manga of all time, and I'm very happy that I get something else that's I don't know, not relatively closer, but like something that maybe that's identical with Bucky the Rapper. So yeah, they see that girl is like running down the stairs, but the rabbit girl doesn't really seem too bothered about it. She laughs about it, and yeah. And somebody's like mentioned to her like, oh, she's a bit of a like SULT. You know why I have to say that, by the way, just because I just don't want to get well, I don't get monetized anyway, any sort of circumstance. But yeah, anyway, um, she she's so this guy comes back. The guy from last episode comes back to see if she's got the if you got Lego's got the flowers, and he mentions to Lego's that she's a bit of a SULT, and he thinks about her feelings and how she feels, and he doesn't think she's that. So of course she's not, and she seems like a very lovely, pretty rabbit, from what we can see. And yeah, goes on to say, like, or in his mind anyway, he doesn't say aloud, like, we shouldn't stop borrowing flowers from her because it's like her children to her. So yeah. And then we get scenes back for like there's scenes in the next couple of like scenes or whatever, you know what I mean, of like the reindeer and the thingy going through the place. But like, I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm just gonna see what happens and stuff. And yeah, I really do apologise. I hope when you watch it, or if you already watched it, you can recognise know what I'm talking about, because I'm very bad with names. Yeah, but yeah, the reindeer is yeah, he's like question is like not sort of like question his existence essentially, because like he's always there like, oh, I'm always here to be someone's prey. And from a young age he's been told that his body is meant for battle and that sort of thing. And yeah, he's just like his question, I don't know, he's possibly questioning his existence. But yeah, and then Legos like comes in and interrupts, and yeah, he's talking to his mask and hats that he plays in his play, and Legos comes in, but yeah, and Reindeer's like talking to him like, you gotta like stop like putting on an act like that you're like really weak and stuff, like show me what you're made of. I think he wants to know that feel of being chased by a carnivore type of thing. So Legolas like just slightly digs his teeth into the reindeer, and yeah. Then Legolas comes back, and then the reindeer is like, oh okay, and it seems to have a bit more or he seems a bit more calmer, because it's really aggressive with like his fellow classmates and that type of thing. And then Lego is like, I'm sorry to apologize if I'm saying his name's wrong as well, but Lego is like walks away like, I don't know, I'm very, very sorry for him, he's very confused, bless him. And then everyone seems to have like their own room for like animals and stuff. So the wolves have their own room, so we get to see other wolves are part of the like drama school or like school or whatever, and like just other like animals and stuff in their habitats in rooms, which is quite cool. So they don't really have an outside life. It's probably something they've all pictured in their heads, because they have to live in some, I don't know, go into like Family Guy territory whereas apparently Peter Griffin, like if you haven't heard this theory, like he's Family Guy is actually Peter in a mental asylum while his family's all dead, and he's like trying to get over it sort of thing by making up stories in his head, and that's Family Guy. But I don't know. But yeah, the reindeer is pretty much like beaten. He's pretty much on his last legs. He even says to himself before the play even ends that he wants to go and visit a hospital. After the play ends, he's going to go to a hospital and get himself checked out. He manages to do the play, then collapses at the end. And then I think it's beforehand, Legos pretty much he pretty much says to himself like, oh, I'm really happy, and he's trying to figure out the feeling. The voice actor for Legos is absolutely fantastic. I'm really enjoying it, and it's such good anime. So yeah, episode 3 review done. Whew. I don't know why, but these take so much longer to do. I'm happy to do it, obviously, but it takes so much more longer to do. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I genuinely think this could potentially be, for me personally, anime of the year. No CGI, oh my god, what are you doing? No, I think it's absolutely brilliant. And people who want to undermine me and dismiss it because of CGI or because of fairies are losing out, and it really sucks for them. The fact that it's animals allows it to get to its core elements, like Do you know what I mean? Like, you get to know it very well. Like, you get the true feelings from the animals very well. Anyway, guys, that's been it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Love you all. My Hero Academia review will be coming up soon. So see you next time. Peace.